friend?
It is not the usual time for a visit.
This is a friendly visit and has little to do with your appeal, of which I know nothing. Why have you refused to see me?
I do not believe in God.
Why do you not believe in God?
Why should I ask myself that? It seems unimportant.
Sometimes we think we are sure of something, but we're really not sure of that something at all. What do you think?
It is possible. I may not be sure about what does interest me, but I am sure of what does not. What you are talking about does not interest me.
Are you speaking this way out of extreme despair?
I am not desperate, only afraid. Being afraid is natural.
Then God can help you. Every man I have known in your position has turned to him.
That is their right.
My friend, you are not my friend because you're condemned alone, but because we're all condemned to die.
That is not the same. There is no consolation.
Certainly, but you do not die today, you will die tomorrow or the next day. And then the same question will arise. How will you face the terrifying ordeal?
I will face it as I am facing it now.
Have you no hope at all? And do you really want to live with the thought that when you die and nothing remains?
Yes.
You are carrying the burden of sin upon your shoulders, upon your mind. You must free yourself of that burden. Human justice on earth is meaningless. We are judged at the hand of God, the seat of divine justice.
It was the former who condemned me, was it not?
That has not washed away your sin.
I don't even know what my sin was. They just told me I was guilty. Now I'm paying for it. Nothing more can be said.
You are wrong, my son. More could be asked of you, and it may be asked.
And what is that?
You could be asked to see.
See what?
Every stone here sweats with suffering, I know that. I never looked at them without feeling anguish. But deep in my heart, I know that the most wretched among you have seen a divine face emerge from their darkness. This is the face you are asked to see. Shall I give you an embrace?
No.
Do you really love this earth as much as all that? No, I refuse to believe you. I know that at one time or another you have wished for another life.
Yes, I have. But only to be more rich or to swim faster or to have a more nicely shaped mouth. It's all the same.
But how do you imagine this other life?
One where I could remember this life. Monsieur, I've had enough. I only have a little time left, and I'd prefer not to waste it on God.
Why are you calling me Monsieur and not Father?
Because you're not my father, and you're not on my side either.
Yes, my son, I am on your side, but you have no way of knowing it because your heart is blind. I shall pray for you.
Do not waste your prayers on me, old man. You are so certain of everything, yet none of your certainties are worth a hair on a woman's head. You are not even certain you are alive because you are living as a dead man. I am certain about me, about everything, more certain than you ever could be, certain of my life and certain of the death I have waiting for me. That is all I have, but at least I have as much a hold on it as it does on me. I had been right. I was still right. I was always right. I had lived my life one way, and I could just as well have lived it another. I had done this, and I hadn't done that. I had not done this thing, but I had done another. So, nothing. Nothing mattered, and I know why. And you do too. What do other people's deaths or a mother's love matter to me? What does your God or the lives people choose or the fate that they think they elect matter to me when we are all elected by the same fate, me and billions of privileged people like you who call yourselves my brothers? Everybody is privileged because there is only privileged people. The others will all be condemned one day, and so will you. What will it matter if you were accused of murder and then executed because you did not cry at your mother's funeral? Salamano's dog was worth just as much as his wife. What did it matter that Raymond was just as much my friend as Celeste, who is worth a lot more than him? Can't you see?
Hey, settle down! Settle down!
I must have fallen asleep because I woke up with the stars in my face. Sounds of the countryside were drifting in. Smells of night, earth, and salt air were cooling my temples. The wondrous peace of that sleeping summer flowed through me like a tide. Then in that dark hour before dawn, sirens blasted. They were announcing departures for a world that now and forever meant nothing to me. For the first time in a long time, I thought about Maman. I felt as though I understood why at the end of her life she had taken a fiancé, why she had played at beginning again. Even there, in that home where lives were fading out, evening was a kind of wistful respite. So close to death, Maman must have felt free then and ready to live it all again. Nobody had the right to cry over her. And I felt ready to live it all again too. as if that blind rage had washed me clean, rid me of hope. For the first time, in that night alive with signs and stars, I opened myself to the gentle indifference of the world. Finding it so much like myself, so like your brother really, I felt that I had been happy and that I was happy again. Pour que tu sois consommé, pour que je me sente moins seul, et me restait souhaiter qu'il y ait beaucoup de spectateurs le jour de mon exécution, et qu'ils m'accueillent avec des cris de haine.